What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the CUFC YouTube channel. Chesterfield 2, Carlisle United 1, in a scoreline that didn't really reflect the game, to be honest. It could have easily been 7 or 8, and I'm not even exaggerating there. That second half, that first 15-20 minutes of that second half, was an onslaught by Chesterfield against a 10-man Carlisle team. But I mean, from a Carlisle perspective, a lack of fight, a lack of passion, a lack of confidence, a lack of personality, a lack of pressing in the game, a lack of communication, a lack of the fundamental basics of football, really, to be honest. Probably the worst individuals to ever wear a Carlisle shirt and call themselves a team. But not a lack of wages, is there? Which is, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Which is another conversation for another day. But I think that performance just summed it up yesterday. Probably the worst I've ever seen in 24 years of watching. Well, I'm not 24 years, about 22 years of watching Carlisle United. Being an absolute disaster yesterday. Just on Chesterfield, I know quite a lot of Chesterfield fans were watching the time of the preview and stuff, and if there's any Chesterfield fans, I just want to say, what a lovely little club, what, lovely environment in and around the ground. I spoke to a few Chesterfield fans, and the stewards and everyone just around the stadium was lovely, great to talk to. It was really a really feel good club, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the season. Unfortunately, there's not much of a review here. It's going to be more of a rant against Carlisle United again. It's just a thing of the basics from a Carlisle perspective. I mean, if you look at the stats, Chesterfield had 81% possession to 19%. Chesterfield had 38 shots to Carlisle's 2 shots, and one of them I wouldn't really class as a shot either, by the way. But anyway, I think one of the most appalling stats to think about is Carlisle in the entire game had about 150 passes. Chesterfield had just under 600 passes. Chesterfield's player, Jamie Grimes, made 91 passes. That's 60 less than the entire Carlisle team by one player. That is embarrassing. That is ridiculous. And there's still people that think Carlisle have a chance this season in our remaining 6 games. We are 9 points from safety. Morecambe are winning games. Tranmere are winning games. We can't even put up a fight in the game. The best fight was the last 2 minutes of the game after we had scored a goal by Joe Hugill. And even then, it wasn't much of a fight. My honest assessment of that game yesterday is it was a Chesterfield training session against an under-10 boys team. And an under-10 boys team that didn't want to be there at that. Chesterfield absolutely played us off the park yesterday, but we didn't even try. Absolutely abysmal. I hope, and I said this on my Instagram story last night, where I know a few people in and around the club have me on Instagram, but I really hope they sit and watch the whole 98 minutes of that game last night. And you do not need to be a footballing person or a football expert to know that that is nowhere near good enough for a professional football team, regardless of what division you are in. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the team selection baffled me as well. I know a lot of people have been reserved about Georgie Kelly, give him a chance. He offers nothing to this team. Nothing at all. He looked more focused on running into his man than getting the ball. Charlie MacArthur, good centre-back. He's not a left-back, I can tell you that much. He was burned by that winger every single time in that first half. Every single time that winger just took it past him. And then just to sum up the whole thing of the game, Fasai goes off injured. Dennis was injured in the warm-up. Embleton comes on, which lasted 10 minutes, for an absolutely disgusting stamp on the back of Lado's, on the back of his calf. He knows exactly what he's doing there. Anyone defending that, just shut up, because it's a clear red card, easy red card. He knows exactly what he's doing. Then Lavelle goes off injured. Then Kelly doesn't come back on after the first half, which I can only imagine is an injury. Bevan, which I'm not we haven't seen enough of Bevan, but Bevan was our answer apparently in January. That was our attack and answer to the problems. I didn't even notice him in that second half. It's just baffling. But the icing on the cake for me, I wanted to leave at this point. We're 2-0 down. There's about 10 minutes to go. And we bring Ben Barkley on as a midfielder. That's it for me. I don't want to see Ben Barkley in defence, let alone in midfield. But just a baffling night. Ridiculous. I mean, 309 Carlisle fans made that trip, myself included. And what do we get from it? Why do we do it? But a pathetic, spineless, gutless, the list can go on and on and on and on and on and on. Performance from Carlisle United. It was nowhere near anywhere good enough. And if we're going to play like that in the National League, we won't be in the National League for very long, and it won't be via promotion either. It will be triple relegations for Carlisle, and I'm not exaggerating there. One of the things that one of the Chesterfield fans said to me as we were walking to the ground, he was saying about last season in the non-league and stuff, and he was saying it's great being in League Two because, you know, the away ends are packed, and it's great. It makes for a great atmosphere, which I thought Chesterfield brought the atmosphere last night. I thought it was a really decent crowd and decent atmosphere for a Tuesday night. But he said, which stuck with me, he said last season you were lucky to get 30 man and a dog in the away end. So I'm sure our 1,000 plus away allocation is going to look absolutely fantastic next season. Ridiculous. I'm baffled. Baffled by it. Could have been 8-0 Chesterfield, to be honest. We didn't deserve anything from the game. We are relegated. We are down. And I think the club need to accept that. I think people at the club need to realise this. And decisions need to start now. Not in 6 weeks' time. Now. You need to prepare for the National League now, and you need to get it right this time. If it's going to be the first football decision that you get right, let's make it a good one. I don't think Mark Hughes is the answer next season. That's nothing against Mark Hughes. He's working with what he's got at the end of the day. But so was Mike Williamson, and we all wanted him gone. Mark Hughes has not improved this team, unfortunately. Start preparing for the National League now. That is what I would say. And anybody at the club that has a say in anything to do with Carlisle United, watch that 90 minutes and tell me out of 15 players or however who was good enough yesterday. And you know what, I'll actually give a shout out to Gabe Breeze because he was phenomenal yesterday. I think Carlisle tweeted Carlisle's defence is breached and Chesterfield make it 1-0. It wasn't the defence, it was Gabe Breeze. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on the game. And if there was any Chesterfield fans, let me know your thoughts on that performance as well. And yeah, not really a review, more of a rant, but there wasn't a lot to review apart from a Chesterfield onslaught on our net. But yeah, Chesterfield 2, Carlisle 1, we take on Newport on Saturday. I'm sure Brunton Park will be bouncing. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching this video. I've been CU4, about to make the 4-hour journey up north, back home now. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've been CU4, and I'll see you